Hello, 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 and welcome to the evening session on day one of the second test between Alex's 11 and Dan's 11 at the Woldingham Dome. Dan's 11 by far the happier side at the moment. They've skittled Alex's team for 114 and 38 for 1 in reply, although the captain's wicket of Yusuf Sharif late in that session was a key breakthrough, but Dan's 11 will be looking to extend this into a really, really big lead. We're going to go straight back to the Dome and see how they get on. Fox to Mogridge. Down leg. Not for the first time today, a bit of a loosen up from the bowler's first delivery. That's a good one. Off the boot, no runs. Oh, that's a good one to finish though. Just feel they haven't been able to exploit that enough yet. Mogridge really plants that left foot early in his innings. Haven't been able to find a way through him just yet. 40 for 1. The lead is just 74, and it looks like we're going to see a bit of Ricky Barrett. A lot of discussion going on between Barrett and Smith here about the field. It looks like Barrett wants it packed, and I think Smith's going to give it to him. 3 slips. And a sort of silly point. Not much on the leg side here. Barrett a little off colour with the bat again. Can he make an impact with the ball? Into Dennis. Oh, it is in the air. And caught. Yep, got him on the second attempt. Ricky Barrett strikes with his first ball. Dennis gone. Barrett has dismissed Dennis for the second test match in a row. Smith got a hand to it. The benefits of Smith's height there, managed to get to that. Pop it up in the air for Saeed, who was alert, and Ricky Barrett. What a good start for him. 40 for 2, and Alex's 11 just starting to believe they can pull their way into this game. They're going to have to get past the debutant, Randolph West. Aggressive batsman, doesn't tend to hang around. Quite capable of taking a game away in a very short space of time. But a note on Ricky Barrett. Ended the last test match with a wicket off each of his last 2 balls and has struck with his first delivery here. So of sorts, that's a hat-trick across the 2 tests for Ricky Barrett. Won't count as an official hat-trick. Look at the field he's got there. Both sides sharing a laugh as West takes a blow. Barrett into him again. It's another really, really good delivery, that. Swung the ball more in the early parts of this series than he did last year. Oh, got him. 2 in the over. Alex's 11. They're in the ascendancy now, hauling themselves back into this game, and it's Ricky Barrett leading the charge. 2 wickets in this over, and the debutant Randy West gone for a duck, and that's the ball that did him. Loose footwork, but it has done a bit from Barrett. It was on the money. What a start from him. 2 wickets in his first 4 deliveries. And suddenly, the rest of this test match doesn't look like such a chore for Alex's team now. Just trying to pull themselves back into this game. Such a low total to defend. But they've been brought to life by the captain and the vice-captain here. Alex Smith with the initial breakthrough. And Ricky Barrett has capitalised on it with a massive double strike. And if he could get this man out in the remainder of this over, well, that would do them the power of good. Alvin Sathya is such a wonderful player. Hasn't got his teeth into this series with the bat just yet. But a wonderful, wonderful, high-class cricketer. Got to get him early. Quite capable of going big when he gets in, Alvin Sathya. The vulnerable stage for him is the first 15 to 20 balls. Have to make it count. That's a good one from Barrett. Brilliant over from him. Double wicket maiden. Absolutely superb. It's 40 for 3, and this game looks a little different now. And the last over of the first bowling rotation is going to be for Lewis Chapman. Can he prey on Mogridge's patience? Fought hard up to now, Mogridge. Oh, that's up. That could be out. It is out. It's over the fence, and Chapman strikes second ball. And Dan's 11 really digging themselves a hole now. They're falling apart here at the moment. That's the fourth wicket within the space of 3.2 overs. Lewis Chapman tempted Mogridge into the big shot, and he fell hook, line and sinker. He's gone for 4. And we're entering crisis territory for Dan's team now, but they have got plenty of batting to come, and that's going to start with the debutant James Ramsey. Bowled absolutely brilliantly in the first innings. Made a great impression on this match early on, took 3 for 2, and he's got to show the same kind of composure with the bat now. They'll be praying that he can adapt to this format early here. Desperately need a partnership. And he wafts at his first ball, Ramsey. It was a little lazy. Brilliant start this from Lewis Chapman. That's not so good, but well taken by Ricky Barrett. It is a wide. Noise in the field now. Alex is 11. They've really woken up since that first wicket went down, and that's moved a little for Chapman. That's done a little bit. Good signs for him. Just a ball left to go in what's been an impressive over up to now. Yep, just 2 off it, and the big wicket of Max Mogridge. Well done, Lewis Chapman. 42 for 4, and a new bowling rotation. And no surprise, Alex is 11 looking to strike while the iron's hot. They've gone to Rob Maguire immediately. Their strike bowler, their star bowler. Dan's 11, 4 for 8 in the last 4 overs. And they turn to Maguire. Oh, good delivery. Just landed short of the slip cordon. They are quite deep, the pair of them there. Saeed more so. The problem is, the further up you go, the faster that ball's going to come at you. We know Maguire's quick. It's tough to judge from the slip cordon. I don't think that would have carried even if they were a step or 2 further forward. And Safia struggling a little bit here. Rob Maguire is bringing his A game. Bit of a battle on the cards for the youngster. Doesn't want to give him too many of those, Maguire. If you're going to get Safia playing and missing, you really want the consequences to be serious for him. Don't want him playing and missing down leg. And he's got him. Oh, Maguire takes it. Well, they're all over the place, Dan's team. They're falling apart under pressure here, and Rob Maguire strikes. Brought on to do just that. It's a good catch from Bevan West. And they've got the big wicket of Safia. Well, what a turnaround this is. Alex is 11. Started sloppily again with the ball here, but ever since the captain got the first wicket, they have blasted through. Dan's 11. Really cracking under the pressure here. Brought Maguire on to get a wicket, and as is usually the case, he delivers. And this is a big one now. James Crowler, one of the standout players of 2020. They managed to keep him quiet in the first test here. Such a composed and intelligent cricketer. You do get the feeling he will come good eventually in this series. It's just a matter of when. And for Alex's team, they'll be hoping that's not today. If they can knock him over early, then they've got every chance of keeping Dan's 11 within range of their total, 114. And for the first time now, a big lead for Dan's team doesn't look like an inevitability. Going for blood. Oh, and it is a good one. Indecisive from Ramsey. It's going to be a tough act to follow, Ricky Barrett. Double wicket maiden. They'll take any amount of runs in this over if he can get another wicket on the board. Oh! Well, he's not going to come much closer than that to doing it. That is a ripper. Loves this angle from round the wicket. It's a much more attacking angle for him. And he's got Ramsey in a spot of bother here. The debutant fighting hard. Oh, and another good one. This is excellent. Excellent from Ricky Barrett, but excellent from the team as a whole. Every over out of the last 5 or 6 has been spot on. Really turned the pressure up a notch. All over them at the minute here, Alex's team. Big partnership, this one. They want to get through the tail as quickly as they can. Oh, and they've dropped another one. Oh, well, that won't help. Oh, James Ramsey gets a life on naught, and Ricky Barrett, another top-class over from him. And it's the debutant Bevan West. The youngster has put it down. Good bit of bowling. It's bounced on Ramsey. That's what's drawn the edge. Unexpected bounce given that Barrett's not the tallest. But West just wasn't set, wasn't ready for it. He was on the walk when that was on the way to him. Maiden over from Smith, 42 for 5. And if you want to know the importance that one wicket can have on a game, that's before and after the Yusuf Sharif dismissal. 34 for none off 6, 8 for 5 in the last 7. Magnificent turnaround from Alex's team, quite breathtaking. And Butler looking to keep the charge going. Got right behind that, Ramsey. Battling hard at the moment on debut. Had a life, dropped on naught. Oh, and has he been dropped again? Think it's Maguire with the gloves who's put this one down. Bounced again on Ramsey, a touch. I'm not sure if he's got a hand on it, Maguire. Yeah, he's just sort of lazily ambled over to it. Jake Butler would be well within his rights to call that one a drop. Ramsey gets another life, both from balls that have popped on him a bit. Oh, and good follow-up from Butler and an excellent follow-up from Ramsey as well. Solid defence, that. Not looked completely settled at the crease, Ramsey, but he has looked composed. Hasn't looked ruffled by the ones that have beaten him or drawn the edge. Played that one well. Picked the gap nicely. That's 4. Well played. Well controlled from Ramsey. First sign of him opening out a little bit. Gets him into double figures. Played it well. That's a rare sight from James Maguire. Doesn't normally dig him in. Can't recall him bowling a short ball in the first game at all. Taken for 20 in his first over here by Yusuf Sharif. Look at that position from Ricky Barrett at slip. Right down low. Won't make much difference if he bowls those. That's 4 for Ramsey. And Saeed, doesn't look like the second over is going to be any better than the first on that evidence. And takes out his anger on Saeed's last delivery. That's 4. Let's just struggling a little bit here. Looks like he might be rushing a little bit. And where's that? That's 4. Nice from Crowler. He's off the marking style. Nicely played that. Didn't try and overhit it. Fox got a hand on it. Oh, that's a good shot, James Ramsey. Nicely played through cover. He is starting to look good now. Starting to get into his work. Fought really hard early on. But there's been some signs of class in the last few overs as this partnership has developed. Ah, that's lovely as well. That's 4. Beautiful from Ramsey. Hasn't tried to overhit it. The fielding's poor from West. Should have stopped it, but all the same. Lovely stroke. Technically perfect. And catches up with it, and that's 3 in a row for Ramsey. Starting to make a big difference in this game now. That 32 makes him the top scorer in the match so far, as well as having the best bowling figures up to now. Been a very, very impressive debut from him. Or will it help to compose him? In comes Barrett. Hasn't made him play at that. There's not been too many of those from Barrett today. If there has been one criticism of him in the past, it's been that for all his aggression and intensity, he doesn't always make the batsman play as often as he should. But today he's been spot on. And a nick. Oh, and it's a drop again. Well, they're not doing themselves any favours, Alex's team. I'm not sure if that's dropped or if it's landed short. Oh, yeah, that's carried. It's daydreaming there, Saeed. Hands on hips. It's come at him low, in fairness, and it's come at him sharp, but he's not ready for it at all. Reacts very, very late. I think it's just bounced off his knee. Well, they really, really could have had themselves in a half-decent position here if they'd held their catches. Both of these two at the crease have been dropped. And for the luckless Barrett, has 2 drops in his last 2 overs. He's been quick, but not quite as accurate. Oh, but that's spot on. Brilliant from Rob Maguire. Always delivers. Such regularity he does this. When he gets it right, it's almost unplayable because of how late he gets that movement in. Ramsey just beaten for pace there, but it's been a really good contribution from him, an impressive debut from him. What a start to his backyard career. 32. Makes way for Gurpal Singh. Classy player when he gets going, Gurpal Singh, but he's found getting going hard to come by. He gets himself away with a boundary early on. Brings up the 100 for Dan's 11, just 14 behind now. The innings from Ramsey has brought them close to parity and has brought them a bit of stability after the middle order fell to pieces. But Maguire charging in now. Good from Gurpal Singh, got right across there. Patted it down in front of him. Good resolute defending. Oh, I think that was accidental from Ricky Barrett, but he's managed to swipe Gurpal Singh on the head. And left alone. But a good over that from Maguire. It's 100 for 6. And that was the end of a wonderful day's cricket at the Dome. 100 for 6, a brilliant fight back by Alex's 11. They've kept themselves in the game with those wickets there and that spell of 8 for 5 at the start of that session. But Dan's team still in control of the game. They're trailed by just 14 and with 4 wickets in hand. They'll be fancying a handy first innings lead here. Join us again next time and we'll see how they get on day 2.